When the stakes are high at work, your tone matters. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help. Because when you write with just the right confident tone, you can meet any challenge to move your project forward. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help you find just the right positive tone to close that important deal. Yes, getting the tone just right can help move your project forward, right?
I believe there's a name for that shape, but I don't know what it is. Use the WASD keys to move around the map. The elegant whole shape. I believe there's a name for that shape, and proof that there is someone, that the world is nothing more than a simulation. Be careful, the Matrix will try to stop you. Good luck. On that. I believe there's a name for that shape, but I don't know what it is. Use the WASD keys to move around the map. The elegant whole shape around too. Okay. Enough troubleshooting. Enough. It's time to get to it. Like, really late. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Amalgam Ash, and I can't hear myself. Maybe I'm not done setting things up and being late. Well, at the very least, I'm going to grab my stream link here and throw it into the RPG in a Box Discord, in case anybody wants to hang out from there. Turn that monetization on. Get shareable link. Community. Showcase. This will work. I'm now going to be streaming some RPG, IAB dev, relieved emoji. Didn't spell dev right. Close. Shrink. Yes. Got the wrong monitor selected too. Okay, good and good. Stream Elements working? Yes, Stream Elements is working now. I'm ready. I think. It's such an exhausting weekend. Getting over sickness and going to work and it was my first work week where I worked 12-hour days the entire time. Ugh. Before we were on 9-hour days. We'd been on 9 hours for like a couple of months. So I got used to that. I liked that. That was fine. I would like to do that again. But no. And then the time change. Right, and the stupid time change, which everybody gets their hours stolen from them during party weekend, which sucks to begin with, but then, like, mine got stolen when I really needed to sleep so I could get up for work. So, that was fun. I was just tired all day yesterday. I'm yawning thinking about it now. But it's time to relax and spend a little bit of time on a game that I've put aside for a while. And this is RPG in a Box week on the channel. It's all RPG in a Box stuff every day. Probably not like exclusively. Like every day we'll have an RPG in a Box game or devlog or live stream, but there's a couple of things that I do see that I need to address. Like, I'd like to announce Dale's RPG Developer Blocking Programming Jam, which I thought was a pretty cool idea. And I told him I'd make a video about that today, and I haven't gotten to do it because I've been wading through all of my crap that I've needed to update and try to get done Didn't get a chance to do it today. It'll have to be tomorrow. I'm sorry, Dale. Ah. Hi, Stream Elements. Finally. Well, hi, Obs and Stream Elements finally getting along. Good morning, Melon. Good morning, Garrett. Welcome to the stream. I don't know that I'm going to get a whole lot done, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get something done. Busy season coming up? Not really. We're just back on our normal 12-hour shifts. That was the standard. We had a slow season, more or less. They were like, there's going to be a recession, so you're all going to get laid off for 2 weeks, and then we're going to go on reduced hours. Which, I was okay with that. Baking was robbed. Kind of. I had a lot more that I wanted to do with Baking, but I needed to keep my word and follow through with the promise of an RPG in a Box week. The next week is going to be a little bit weird because I wanted it to be like 3D RPG Maker week. Right? The roots of the channel are very much in RPG Maker, but only with the 3D plugin. I did a lot of gameplay of Fractalus. I did a lot of showcasing of that plugin because it's the greatest thing to happen to RPG Maker, period. And I really like Cutie Virus's work. Support Cutie Virus. But there's just not a lot of stuff made for it. Like the general plugin community and the clicks that are so prevalent in the RPG Maker world, they don't like it. I mean, they don't use it. They don't have anything they want to do with it. There's just some people, there's a small group of people that make content with that plugin and make their RPG Maker games 3D. And I appreciate them. But I really wish that the plugin could have like taken off because it did for the engine what Unite could have done, what MZ could have done. All of that could have been just render it in 3D. And yeah, it's not meant to render in 3D. So you're putting an overlay of something on there that is kind of, it's making the engine not do something exactly it was intended to do. So like the functionality of making your game 3D is not totally intuitive. It's a process that you can get used to be sure, and you can make your game 3D quickly if you have some practice and some experience, and you're making your map, and you've got all of the stuff in the back of your head where you're like, okay, this is going to be 3D. I need to use the B. I need to put no tags in here that rotate this a certain way. All of that, you could do that. Wrath of Wood does a fantastic job of making 3D games quickly in MV3D. But despite that, I mean, it could be better, but it's still, for what it is, they did amazing work. Cutie Virus did amazing work making that thing. But also, it's a bit sluggish, or can be, because, again, you're putting a program on top of something else that's a program, and they have to shake hands, essentially, to serve you those 3D graphics. And what do we get from the official developers? We get Unite. Anyway, this is not like a stream about bashing Unite. It's just a stream about trying to wade through some RPG in a Box stuff. This is a project called Ash and Nil. See, I don't have a problem with RPG Maker loyalists. Like, I'm an SGB loyalist in so many ways. I'm always going to use SGB. And Baking is great. Like, RPG in a Box, it's great. I'm so, and I feel like I don't have to be rooted to any particular engine because I did an RPG Toolkit, and I never got into any of the social aspects or any of the communities. And like, I just have a distaste for some of the bigger ones anyway, because I have personal interactions with them that were soured very quickly, and they didn't need to be. And I look at it from like a business mindset, a professionalism mindset, and it's like, That ain't it, Chief. So I don't know how you're still around. But I feel like I can always be loyal to like these 4 programs. No matter what else comes out, no matter what happens, whatever advances in technology there are, I really feel like every program's got its own purpose and it serves that purpose really, really well. But yeah, if you come on and you're like, well, RPG Maker can do this, so therefore there's no point in having this program, you're objectively wrong and your opinion is crap. Because because anything can do what anything else does if you shoehorn it enough. But it's not fair to say that, anything can do something objectively better than something else every single time. Everything's got a strength. Like, a ton of RPG programs were made in response to RPG Maker limitations. Developers, mainly solo developers, but like small teams, would come forward and they'd be like, 2K is great, but I wish it could do this. So I'm going to make a tool that can do that thing. And, it's not supposed to replace RPG Maker, because it doesn't seek to do everything that RPG Maker does, but it's going to fit a niche of project needs that RPG Maker cannot meet, ideally. And when I say it, I'm talking about RPG Toolkit. I'm talking about Wolf RPG Editor. I'm talking about that one quite a bit, actually. That one's in my mind while I make this spiel that I've made 100 times. I'm talking about the official Hamster Republic RPG creation engine. And many, many others. But the reason that these continue to get made is because there continue to be limitations in the newer editions of RPG Maker. And it's just a joke now. It's just like a meme. It's like, yay, that's the new RPG Maker. These guys don't know what they're doing. Why do people keep giving them money? RPG in a Box had a previous iteration that looked way different than what it is today. This is like the sequel almost to what it was. Very different. And it has a very committed developer. It has Justin Arnold, who has engaged in all of these platforms here that are on the project, the game manager screen when you first boot up the engine. But he's withdrawn from a lot of social media aspects in order to work on the engine more. He just got done running an Indiegogo and getting more funding for this so he can stay on it full time without having to get a job and work on this part time. And that seemed to be a success. He just got through an Epic Games partnership, so he was able to offer this for free through Epic Games, who offered him a nice, I hope, cushy amount of money so that he could do that as compensation. And then this drew in a ton of people to the RPG in a Box community. Toyu, who's like a big Minecraft modder streamer guy, recently made a video called "I Made Minecraft" in this RPG in a Box engine, something like that, and it took off because Toyu has a big memer streamer fan base that do the poggers emotes and stuff. And so these things compounding are bringing this engine a little more to where I think it deserves, it needs to be. That sentence didn't work, but you know what I mean. It's in a place closer to where it deserves to be. Still not correct, but I'm going to leave it there. And we're gonna open our existing game. We're gonna open Ashen Nil. All right, so it doesn't remember where it is. Oh no, here we go. Open it. There we go. So I wanted to first and foremost make sure everything still worked and refamiliarize myself with the project. I've got a voxel editor, map editor, script editor. These 3 things I've worked in a little bit. The rest of them I've not worked in at all. So I definitely need to fiddle with this a lot more. Yo, Ribby! What is up? Yes, we're going to get more Hero Quest videos. And it will be as early as this week. frigid land for on a promotion your channel followers. If you know, get lost, get out of here. Get out of here with your dumb promotion. I don't want your promotion, and I'm normally a nice guy, but get out of here with that. All that crap is fake. It's a scam. I do not buy viewers. I'm not going to buy engagement. Please read on the terms of service for whatever platform you're promoting on and get out of here. Enjoy your... Hygons, get out of my stream. Stupid Discord. That was the Discord ding on my stream. Okay, we're gonna mute this guy. Right? I hope that worked. I don't know if that did work. Yeah, I hate being like that, but good Lord. What faster way to lose your money than to sink it into a promotion service that's not like a real manager? All right. So here we are. I need to get familiar with what I've got going on. So on the left side here in the upper left-hand corner, which is going to be really hard to see, I've got all of the maps. I'm going to double-click on some of this stuff. Space sample scene. What I really need to do is get some scripting going. Scene for pics. Oh, this is where I took pictures of my characters. Sample scene. I don't think I need this one, but let's double click on it and see what's going on. It's the same one. No, it's not. It's this one. Oh, how nice. Oh, that looks so nice. I didn't make it. It was included with the engine. And then, gosh, that's lovely. Gosh, that's a lovely, lovely voxel environment. I really like that. If we turn off all of the UI bits, how beautiful is that? This is what this engine is capable, like natively. Just out of the box, you're able to make this stuff, plop it on your map. It's so, so nice. It's got such a nostalgic vibe to it. And man, I love how it looks. It's got such a Windows 98, but like top of the line benchmark attitude. The engine's much more than that, but that's what this map is serving me right now. It's lovely. So, all right, back to the maps that I have. I have an overworld, which that could not be loaded. We'll go ahead and select a replacement. Okay. And then the Ash World. So here's my representation of my studio, but I've already changed the furniture and everything around. This entire room needs to be changed. Oh well. Nil was supposed to be introduced as a mascot before I even made this map, so I'm going to keep the map. Overworld. That's a map that comes with this, but it's not one that I need. However, can we click on anything in order to copy it or edit it? I don't seem to be able to do that in this context with the mouse. Edit. Whoop. Let's go back to my sample scene, or my scene for pics, or sample scene. Scene for pics. Scene for pics. Let's test play. Let's see what happens if I test. I'm pretty sure I'll start on this map. Do a quick play. Okay. I'm a little short. That's something I could fix. The gameplay looks a little choppy in my screen preview, but I can assure you it looks really smooth and clean. I don't know if it's as smooth and clean on the stream as it as it is on my screen. Alright, so I've got a hello world message on the stump. Multiple lines of text on there. Multiple lines and multiple boxes on the chest. Nil, do you have anything to say? No, she doesn't speak. Ash, what about you? You're just walking around, you're not doing anything. Loser. Alt F4. Alright, so let's... There we go. Use the shift key there. I'd like to get all of these events together in one place. If I right click on you, I can't... Oh, I can. Scripting, add quick script, assign existing script. I would like to look at what you are. What happens if I double click on you? Scripts. There's not a script on here currently. But it says hello world. Where's Char? I don't have a Char voxel model. The idea being I get sucked into the RPG in a box world, and this goblin makes life hell for a good 5 to 10 minutes, however long it takes to play the game. And then I come back out into the real world. Maybe, if I can escape. It's supposed to be very meta. Like, I want to take screenshots of this entire engine, this interface overlay, use it as an overlay, rather, and have you be able to click on certain things in a very, what happens if we push this? So how can I get to that script then? This is the kind of thing I'm going to be poking around with all week long. Wouldn't be the dialogue editor, no. Script editor. Here's our hello world script. Let's go back to the map editor. We don't have the script. Oh, I had the wrong tile selected. Here it is. This is it. Love those kinds of games. It's going to be so silly. It's going to be really, really silly. And basically, it's just like, hopefully I can convey that I come back out to the real world, and then, like, she appears as well. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this goblin? And she's like, well, I can help you with your channel. And then, boom, she's a mascot. It will hopefully make more sense than that. I haven't gotten that far. I haven't gotten that far at all. I have two mascots. I've got Cornelius the dragon, Nilbog the goblin. Let's see. Scripting, change script. I can change the script. I can choose the script there. All right, that makes sense. Same thing here. If I right click on it, I can see that the script is message 2. Why is there bauxite code in addition to that? Interesting. So clicking on this tile, are you showing me the bauxite code of message 2? Let's go back to the script editor and find out. Yep. Dialogue farmer. So the script editor, the event is calling the script. The script is calling a dialogue. And the dialogue is here. That'll take some getting used to. That will take wrapping my brain around. I think it's called farmer because that's the default. That's the event that I took the data from, or maybe I copied and pasted it directly. So it's still called farmer. Aaron Simpson. Good morning from the Midwestern US. I like the scroll on the event too. It's a nice little touch. It makes it pretty simple. So let's say that I want to start here. Let's say let's say that I want to make this the start area. Let's copy the XYZ coordinate of this spot exactly. And then let's go to the startup script. That's what I need to do. Let's go to the startup script in the script editor. Right? Yes. And we get to pick a map, and that will be Ash World. And then we're going to paste the coordinates. Boom. Nice. Player direction, we're going to have him face south. Hit save. And then quick play. Oh, nice. That worked. That worked wonderfully. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Getting back to my regular routine. Done with this exhausting work week. Ready to get into some game creation and exercise my creative energy by challenging myself to learn RPG in a Box fundamentals. Just got my dice facing working proper. Nice. There is a project for SGB, a dice roll project that I thought would be fun to copy sometime. I have to go look for it. I don't know that it's even available anymore. You can change the view height too. I need to do that. I need to change the view height. So I was going to kind of try to guess at things, but I don't know that I want to do that now. I just need to go all in, ask for help, learn from everybody, and then reintroduce those concepts to new beginners as a subject matter intermediacy. So, to do that, how would I do that, Aaron? I think I look too small out in the world. I'd like to change the view height. I was thinking that it was somewhere in the game configuration, but I suppose that that's not the case. Where else can I go? Oh, absolutely. You take your time. You're under no obligation. I'll just look around a little bit more. General, game, title, startup script, player, character, splash, image, none, terrain, follow, smooth curve. I would like to skip the title screen as well, if that's possible. Camera type, first person, mechanics, controls, other? No. Saving is on, item icon pop-ups are on. Movement can be done with keyboard or controller. Interaction can be done with mouse, keyboard, or controller. Action system is real-time. Fog of War is off. I would like Bakin to have a layout like this one day. We can hope. I want Bakin to have the ability to allow you to make the interface the way that you would like it to be. And I know we have that for the map editor, but like, imagine being able to tab and dock whatever window you want. I don't know. It follows the SGB model so closely that I don't see him touching it. I don't see it other than moving small options and features, but something that allows you to kind of dock whatever the heck window you want. I could actually see that being a thing. User interface, loading image, default. I can't choose none. Management screen is on. Main menu is on. We'll turn off main menu. And we'll turn off management screen as well. Cursors, default cursor is fine. I don't need to do any custom cursors yet. I need workflow. That's what I need. It's in your character model. You're making the player in the scroll box at the bottom left. There should be a thing that says vision height. Just put it at 16. Hey, that's awesome. Let's go do that real quick. Voxel editor, Ash. Vision height, there it is. Set that to 16. Enter, save, test play again. Was it really that easy? Heck yeah! I know in real life I'm not this short, I promise, but this is appropriate for gameplay version of me. I love it. Thank you, Aaron. Hello, Fex. Good morning. Maybe a plugin, because the sprite tool is a plugin. Ow. The old left ear is getting battered by my headphones again. All right. So no longer an accurate representation of my room. However, we're going to add or up the vision high, and you want it to scale. I like it. I like it the way that it is now. Thank you for that. I can close that. I can add to my startup script. So I want to grab dialogue. I don't know that I want to have to deal with a dialogue editor every single time. I think I'll just do like display messages. Also, you can add an attach point and name it camera too, and you can then add arms in your view. I see. That's something that I'm interested in doing, but I won't do it just yet. I'll get a little more comfy with the editor. I need to make it a second nature to build events. I've been unfairly contradicting one of the users in the server. Aria has been telling people they've got to learn scripting to do the things in this engine. And I've been taking that as they have to learn code. And I've been telling them, no, you don't have to learn scripting. You can learn eventing. But the RPG in a Box does not use the term eventing. It uses the term scripting for its nodes and its non-code based programming system. So I am sorry, Aria. You've actually been telling people right, and I have misinterpreted that. However, because it's called scripting, that might lead people to believe that they do need to learn coding. So I guess from this point forward, I'll be like, note that means you don't need to necessarily learn how to code. It just means that you need to learn to use the scripting system that RPG in a Box uses. Now, as I'm trying to figure out how to make my new characters from full color to 4 shades of gray. Yeah. I don't know how to code, and I made a 2-minute cutscene for the end of my first boss event. Took 9 hours. Took 9 hours. That is... I love that stuff so much. It wouldn't bother me one bit. Heck, even made my color system without knowing code. Yeah, that's the great thing about engines like these, because code seems to be... I don't think it's inaccessible at all. I think that it feels inaccessible to a lot of people. Like, I'm not trying to speak on behalf of anybody else, but I do think that people think, uh-oh, coding, I could never do that. I would need to know algebra and calculus, and I need to take college classes and become a doctor. No, I think that it'll be easier to introduce code to people as time goes on, because we have tools like Scratch, and we're using things like OpenAI to teach ourselves code, which is something I might pursue doing in the very near future. But having systems like this that kind of allow you to drag and drop and think in terms of logic are super, super cool, because these have that accessible mask. And when people flock to this stuff and use it, they get tricked into learning how to code. Ha ha! Because it's just logic. Code is just logic. It's just teaching you to think in terms of computer logic. With me, I can edit code, read code, but if you told me I need to go fly in the air and do this, I'd be like, how? Yeah, no, I'm on the exact same page. I could noodle around and probably shoehorn that function somehow. I made a plugin for the MV3D plugin. I'd never used JavaScript before, but I asked a couple of questions in the MV3D server, which I'm no longer a part because it got weird, and I was told, well, you use this include statement or whatever it was, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to do it. And I, after some noodling around, I was able to assign keys to the camera. So I made a PlayStation DualShock controller compatible camera system for use with MV3D. So you play the game, if you use the shoulder buttons, whichever buttons you want, you can set it up in the plugin manager. Your camera will rotate left or right. I was so proud of myself because I set out to do a thing and I did exactly what I wanted to do. There was no compromise whatsoever. I didn't even have that much help. Yorai Rasante in the chat was like, wow. Somebody came in and they were trying to tell me what MV3D could do, and Yorai was like, Ash knows all that. He even made a plugin for it. I'm like, yeah, get him. I can ask ChatGPT to give me some boilerplate code for just about any language or framework, and it does it. It's insane. I know, it is crazy. I will say it's an SNES RPG game that literally teaches you Java, Python, even APIs, by the way, if you're interested. Yeah, absolutely. APIs, that'd be great. And I mean full coding, not gamified coding. Yeah, no, that'd be cool. You can shoot me a DM or ping me in the off-topic chat in the server, and I will gladly look into that. That sounds awesome. An SNES game that teaches you. So let's see. Display message, speaker entity, and I hope I could do this right. Hello world. We'll stick with hello world, and we'll hit save and we'll quick play. So as soon as I load map, we're gonna get that hello world. There it is! There I am! Hello world, it worked! First try, no deaths. 0 deaths. 0 deaths. That's great. That is great. That's it. I completed it. Stream over. No. Twilio Quest? Twilio Quest. Look for this. Twilio. I'm a man of my word. I am a lizard of my insane ramblings. Twilio Quest. Just so you can see, I have wrote it down on my trusty handy dandy notepad. By the way, which is my favorite Windows tool of all time. We'll move it off the screen and minimize that for now. Hello world. Let's duplicate. Put this here. Link them up. Link. There you go. And that's dots. All right. So I've added a second window, and I'm going to have like kind of a dialogue where I'm like, hello world. I don't know why I said that. And I see that there's bauxite code down here that's getting typed in simultaneously as I create these nodes. This is how you do it. This is how you make a script editor. Justin knows. He understands. Because now I can shift my view down here and I can copy that. Maybe? Maybe not. Edit. I can edit this. Holy crap. Paste. I can get rid of this line, and I can leave the player arguments, and I can change the first argument with the dialogue, is what I would say if I were some sort of self-aware software. Lol. And then all periods, copy, paste. Did I just say lol out loud? Jeez. It's time for coffee. Did this work? Apply and save? Yes, it automatically put the nodes in with the arguments that I specified. I'm so happy. Oh my god. The only issue with this coding thing is you can connect one box to multiple connections. Oh, as in if it has multiple outputs? God, I love that so much. What's a box that has multiple outputs, Aaron? What can I test that with? I would love to see what your display choices. Yeah. No. Not display. Yeah. Let's. Oh, just not display choices. That stores a single result. It doesn't branch out. You can't connect one box to multiple connections. But I guess I want to know why. Evaluate. I guess I would want to know what, why that is a limitation. Why? Evaluate condition is the one you're looking for. I'm looking for a box that has multiple inputs or outputs. But if there's not one, then I guess it won't end up being it won't be a problem. Available logic. There, you're right. Boop. Aha. Thank you. Thank both of you. All right. So let's duplicate this, not this one. What are you doing? Duplicate this one. And let's connect you to else. And let's say the dialogue in here is, it's else. And then let's duplicate this box, put it up here. It's if. Edit. So I can see how this does work with the multiple output connections. So far I have not seen the actual problem. Because it just follows standard if, else, and statement logic in the bauxite code below. Then if you add a condition, all right, add condition. We'll need to spread these boxes out a little bit. Looks like RPG in many boxes. Whoop. Yep. Hey, connect. Yep. It's else if. This is going to work too, though. Isn't it? Yes, because else if true appears down below. On that node, you can have more inputs. Seems like it works to me. I'm going to get rid of these, and we're going to move on. Bink. So, now I would like very much for a message to appear on the screen and stay on the screen that says, Quest, go find coffee. Let me guess. Is this in the UI editor? What I mean, if you try to connect two of the display messages to one input node, it won't work. It will only pick one. If you try to connect two of them display messages to one input node, if you try to connect two of the display messages to one input node, so there were multiple output nodes on that condition evaluator, and only one input node. So that makes sense. It's okay. I may very well run into whatever problem it is that presents. For now, I want to tell my Ash character that, the player, that they need to get coffee. Coffee is the mainstay. Coffee is love. Coffee is life. I know Melon doesn't drink coffee. Let's say in the UI editor. Oh, that was weird. I guess I clicked on the effect editor first. Whoops. That I would like to have. You can't connect them to a value condition. They can only be outputted for. Let's say that I want. Leave that alone. A widget. It would be a widget, wouldn't it? Screen, main menu, credits. God, I love this stuff so much. The UI editor is it looks like it's so complete, but I don't know how to use any of it. So I guess we can't directly, we can edit preview data here like this. That is how we can do choices. I don't want to do a choice though. I want to pop up a thing. I believe it would be widgets, right? Widget, inventory, quick slot, quest log. Quest log. Seems like that's the one. These all have the same set of things going on. You can change the UI in the left bottom. Widget tools. Makes sense. So which one would I need? Would it be a widget? I think it would be like a... I don't know that I want a quest log. Quest log you can't edit right now? Okay. You can even use code to change the UI looks because I use it for mine. Well, I like that. But what I would like to see is something that I'll have to dig into the quest editor. I'm not used to using an editor to make quests. To me, that's like grassroots. Just use switches, events, and just script it. So it'd be a bit weird for me to begin with, but I'll check it out. And I'd like to get experience with it this week, so we'll check it out this week for sure on stream. But I want a piece of UI to appear in the corner of the screen, and I want it to stay there until I tell it to go away, until a condition tells it to go away. So just a message, just a little UI box with text in it. That is all I want. And I want it to appear automatically. So I guess I could go back to my startup script and see if there's a clue here. You can even rig it to a button press to toggle it on and off. It's good that I can do that. I've got no doubt about that. But I need the how. That's what I'm looking for right now. How? My webcam position is not accounting for my extremely poor posture. So go to your widget. Okay, back to the widget. Back to the widget. Back to the widgets. Call it whatever. In the UI editor, make a new one. There we go. I'm going to call it Quest Objective. Excuse me. My widget. Nice. Title bar, text. Quest Objective. Draggable, off. Grid. Lovely. Oh, God, that's intuitive. Oh, that's nice. Bottom left. On close script, none. I don't want it to be closable. Mouse input pass through off. Show frame on. Draggable off. Show title bar on. Show close button off. Okay. You can take the UI box off too. I want to put text in this box. I'm okay with everything about this box. I just want to put, I guess, a text field, huh? Oh, I love it. Oh, God, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. What the heck? I love it so much. You just want to, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I understand what is happening here. Let me noodle around with this. Oh, man. All I needed to do was just get in here and do it. No, I definitely needed some guidance, but text. Whoops. Text. Go get coffee. Read only. I'll leave read only off and I'll see if it's actually changeable. Font. Kenny blocks, Kenny pixel. Or default. Okay, I like the default. I don't mind. Then on scripting, you want a node called show widget. Put it in the name of the widget you just made. Excellent. Excellent. I'm going right back to that now. I'm going to save this widget. I love that so much. Back to my scripts. Back to the startup. Do a little search for show widget. And then the widget ID. Whoops. Let's see. Quest objective. You fool. Quest objective. That work? See if that worked. I have a feeling. Yeah, that's not right. I had a feeling that was not going to work. I need that widget ID. So let's get that widget ID. It is... Oh, quest objective without a space. Duh. Hey, what are you doing? There we go. Save. Play. Quick play. There's my quest objective in the corner of the screen. Freaking love it. Awesome. Okay. Next thing I want to do, and I don't know if I'll be able to accomplish this in this stream, is I'm going to make myself a little coffee cup in the voxel editor. So this doesn't need to be very big at all. I'm going to make it just like 6 by 6 by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 6 is fine. Maybe 8. And we're going to call it cup. And it's going to be an object. We're going to hit OK. I'm going to make this cup. And I'm going to use white, cream colored. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Cream colored voxels. Why is there an outline on them? To make this cup. No. I know there's a way to select this and copy it and paste it, but I don't remember from my Stumpy lessons exactly what that is, so... And in fact, pushing Control, move the paste voxels as desired, except... Zoom, good morning. Sorry for backseating. That's okay, you're not backseating. I really appreciate your help, Aaron. On top, you can toggle outlines with icons. Okay. I forgot that I was able to do that. Let's get rid of those. Okay. I'll keep them, because actually they're pretty helpful. I can't make up my mind. And we're just going to do that. I would actually like for this to be a mug. So we'll undo this. Yeah, I got a couple of tutorial videos on how to use this voxel editor. I'm a little rusty, but you can also change the paint mode to face instead of copy paste. Bink. 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 Box for a sec. Let's get... I'm just doing the same thing. Let's not do that. Let's put this here instead. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And I'll just make it we'll go ahead and follow that advice. I thought I wanted it to be like curved, but nah. Okay, and then no, just the box. Just the box. There we go. We'll make it a little smaller. We'll make that just a little smaller. Now the scale makes a little more sense. Bink. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That'll work. Let's go on to the dropper, grab that box, add, and make a handle. There we go. There it is. I think I'll put one more face worth of voxels here. Whoops. That makes a little more sense. Let's grab this brown coffee color. Paint that in. That's not too bad. I'm not sure how I could make that better. Do I want to let it march cubes? I don't remember. Is there a way to preview the marching cube setting in the engine? Can you delete the four corners of the mug? Let's do that. Let's do that. You mean like that? Oh, excuse me. Still getting over some junk. Maybe I should have given myself a slightly bigger canvas. Yeah, click the preview tool up top, brown box the green play arrow. Pink. Yes. Oh, why did you disconnect my handle? Let's throw a voxel. Whoops. Let's throw a voxel on there. No. Let's throw a voxel on the top and bottom and see if that... Let's see if that completes the look. Let's see if that steals the look. Ha! Top left. You can adjust the canvas using the sliders in the top left if you need more space. And you can group voxels. If you want to get rid of the quest text or update the objective, you'll have to do things like global properties. It's a bit hard to explain. You know what? I don't hate it. It's a little wonky, but I don't hate it. And set some voxels to matching cubes. Exit preview mode first. I would if I was committed to following any specific instruction. I'm still looking at things. I'm considering what Aaron is saying too. We will exit the preview mode now. And I don't actually want to change the canvas, so that's fine. I'll see what this looks like without the... Nah, I guess I do like it better. I do like it better as marching cubes. Set some voxels into matching cubes, by the way. But I'll be in VC because I'm on devlog too. All right, Aaron. Thanks for dropping in. I'm actually going to be heading out myself in just a few minutes. Get the rest of my day started. I got nothing done today. But, so let's say you want the cup matching cubes, highlight the cup part. And not the handle. Then under group, you can set that group into marching cubes. Oh, I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. I think it's okay the way that it is. Like I said, it looks a little wonky, but I don't think there's any helping that because that's just marching cube nature. This is a cup that I would use in real life. I would like to have a cup like this. It would be my marching cube cup, and it would be hilarious to have, especially if the inside was a perfectly what do they call them? One of those lathe bits that only cuts a perfect square by means of magic. Brooch. It's like a brooch bit, something like that. Yeah, I actually like it. Rectangle? No. It's a bit that they use on a lathe that cuts it cuts non-circular shapes, even though the spindle is spinning. Rotary brooch. I think that's what it is. Like, the person who invented this thing is genius, because it's like extremely simple, and yet it will cut a square shape into your metal so that you have a square hole. So you could make this in real life. Oh, well, I guess if it's made of porcelain, it's not made of metal, it's made of porcelain, so of course you could just sculpt it that way as well. Hi, Hagonsbakin. What's the theme? It's just a silly game that I'm making to introduce my channel mascot, called Ash and Nil. Nil being Nilbog, the very troublesome goblin who is obsessed with treasure. Me being Ash. Ash, the main character of the game, a budding YouTuber, model made by Laser Burns, the very talented Laser Burns. Would be weird to drink from. You're probably right. I've drank from weirder though. I've drank from I've got a drinking horn, and the mouth of that is shaped a bit odd. But I've also got a ramen bowl that's square, and that requires a bit of messing around with to drink from. But anyways, this voxel version of me gets sucked into the voxel world. I get sucked into RPG in a Box itself. And I have a map set up for my streaming room, which this is exactly what it looked like a few months ago. Nilbog. Wasn't the name of that movie called Troll? I haven't seen it in 27 years. Yeah, Troll 2 specifically. They find out the street they're on is Nilbog or some crap. It's been a long time. My friend and I were watching it, and there's a scene where I guess the sorceress finds out that she's actually aging or something, and she looks into the sky and screams, and the camera pans upward, and my friend, who was 12 at the time, was like, "She's constipated." That's my memory of that movie. That's all I remember. I remember the first one a lot better. Oh, I remember the song at the end of the movie, though. It was really weird. It was like a pretty female voice singing, and then you had these goblin voices like chanting. Those are the memories I have of this movie. This is a pointless memory. But anyways, I need to put this coffee cup down. That's what I would like to accomplish now. I've made a coffee cup. Where is it? I need to get rid of so many of these Fonks models. They're awesome, but they don't need to be in my project because I'm not going to use them in this project. Where's my coffee cup? Where's my coffee cup? Coffee cup, coffee cup, ooh, coffee, 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 coffee cup. Ba-doom, doom, doom. Are you alphabetical? Here it is. Here it is. Cup. Put it here. No, that didn't work. Put it... Dang it, I guess we'll put it on the floor. No, I don't want it to be an object like that. I guess it needs to be an entity, huh? How am I going to get that to work? So the main goal will be to walk up to this coffee cup and take it. There's a few ways you could do that. Simplest would be object animation, but attachment would also work. So I just want this to be like an item that's collectible on the map. I would like for it to be on top of this desk. Just plop it up there, but it also looks like it's way too big to go on the desk, so I'll just put it on the floor. I don't have a problem with that. Oof, and in the meantime, I'm going to get rid of these bones, and this bookshelf, and this chest, and this door, and this tree. Oh, to close the maps. For example, you can take the desk and make a second frame where you put the cup. You can scale it in the editor. I don't want to do it as an animation. I want it to be a collectible item. As in, I want the item to disappear from the map, but I definitely want it to be an item because that's the skill that I'm going to use over and over again. I'm not going to attach the cup to the player. They're just going to pick it up like a traditional JRPG. Once I get further along in the project, maybe I will do that. But right now, I just want it to be on the floor. I walk up to it, I push a button, and I'll make the script when I interact with it that makes it disappear. So, we'll take the... Where's my cup? Put it there. And scale this bad boy down. We'll do 0.5. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. That'll work just fine. You can't move stuff once you've placed it, which is not cool, but is what it is. Maybe actually I can put this here? No. It will not let me do that. I was going to put it there and then I was going to move it up. Let's see. Maybe I can move this object up about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 12 voxels. Move it up 12 voxels. I wonder. And then it will be floating in the air when I put it on the map. But maybe that way, and with an offset, maybe that's how I can get it to go on this desk. Maybe not. Oh, that would definitely work. That would definitely work. If I did it that way. We're going to grab the cup in the editor. We're going to... I want to change the context of this. We're going to save it as a character. We're going to change the height. I'm going to move this whole sucker upwards. Whoops. Oh, God. Oh. Hey, what happened? What happened to my ceramic? There we go. If you place the object and assign a remove entity script to it. Okay, that much I can get accomplished. That much I can do. If you want it in a specific place on a specific other objects, then it's best to use animations or attachments. So you're saying that objects do not stack on other objects in the engine? They do, but it's wonky and they will always be centered. I would like to know how to place it because I want to see that for myself. I don't think it's best practice to use animations if you're putting gatherable items out in the wild. I think that that is a roundabout way of doing something that's much simpler. And attachments make sense, but it's also too much work. If you have the ability to put the item by itself out in the wild and be interacted with, completely separate from the object, instead of having to have it tied to that object as an animation. So for me, the answer is it needs to be a standalone item if it can be stacked. And I can work around the official way to do it. We're talking about two different things. I'm talking about in standard practice. If it was, I know this is RPG in a box, it's not other engines, but that would be the way to do it. You would have an item that you gather by itself. It would be its own entity, period. It would not be tied to another entity. The most complicated is how I want to do it, but I don't think it's complicated. You could, if you're used to doing it one way, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If it's not complicated to you, then I totally understand that, and I agree. But the way that I want to do it makes the most sense to me and is also the easiest for me. Yeah, just take the object and put it wherever you want. So that doesn't work. So I need to understand if I select my cup and I have it in the map editor, how does it go onto this item, onto this desk? It does not appear as though that's even an option. But it cannot be aligned the way you want. That's fine. I just want to know how to stack it on the desk. That's what I've been trying to... 10 minutes ago, that was my question. In the meantime, and yeah, given the placement of things out in the world, tied to the grid, we know because the desk model ends at the top of the monitor, right? So you'd have to put the cup on top of the monitor. It's not letting me put it anywhere over this model at all. I think it only works if you have another wall on top in the back. So I was given to understand that it would stack perfectly as long as this was a terrain. But being that it's an object, which yes, this model does, this is one model. The light, the monitor, the desk, it's all one model. So I think the answer here is that it's not as simple as that the objects will stack. They won't stack in all cases. Maybe... because I can't even put this on top of the existing mug. It won't stack it at all. Put another wall behind the monitor to make it too high. So... if I can find my walls, hold on. Some terrain. Then I have to find the right wall. Ash wall. So my walls are actually tied to floors. Like this. Like, hold on. Like this. I don't have the walls where they're standalone. Here's my window, for example. But just to see if I can understand. That doesn't stack automatically. Is this a case where I need to adjust the height of the entire map? I don't remember how to do that. Control. That's how that works. That's how I can do that. That's how I can do that. Well, you can just duplicate that wall and remove the ground. I don't want to do that. I want to put an object on top of another object. Objects don't use height, only tiles. Okay. So, what's the purpose of having to extend the wall? Like, why is that part of the logic here? Crap. I need to... There we go. There we go. So if objects don't use the height, then yeah, I'll basically have to make sure. So I was on the right track with this as well. If there is a wall, the cup can be put on top of the desk with the monitor. I think I was on the right track before. I just need to take the cup and move it upwards. But if I just put it on the floor, which is fine for the purposes of just starting this project and actually getting it to go, then we will attach a script to this project really quick that makes it go away. And so, bauxite code, we just do this quick script. We're going to do, we're going to go into scripts, and we're going to make a new script here. Hello world. My coffee. Tasty, says the character. Then we will use... That's why I'm telling you the way you're trying to do it is the most complicated. It's not the simple as one would think. The act of taking a gatherable item and making it a segment of animation for every possible other tile that it could be on to collect it is the most complicated. That is not the ideal way to do it, and it's not the way that I will be doing it for this game. So I understand that we disagree on that point, but it's not as cut and dry as the way that I want is the hardest. It's the way that I want is the easiest in literally almost any other tool. But in this tool, it's not facilitated to work that way. That's all there is to it. And that's fine. And it's fine that you're used to doing it with animations and with attachments. But that is not the standard. And while that is, as you say, maybe officially the way to do it in the engine, it's just not going to work because I can't have a flower that I make as part of an animation for every single thing that I want to put the flower on and create animation that's just so impractical. The attachments makes more sense than that, for sure. But that's also extremely impractical. In practice, that cannot be part of the workflow. To have a gatherable item that simply you put on the map that disappears when you interact with it and gives you something in your inventory. That is the standard way to do a gatherable item at the most basic level. And it is as simple as you would think. It is as simple even in this engine. The only thing that's making it not simple is trying to place that on top of an object. And that should be as simple as I think it should be. Absolutely. The fact that it's not is unfortunate, but it needs to be that simple because that is the best way to do it. And I hope I don't sound confrontational, but it's just not. It's not a. I'm not convincible that there's that's not the way. But I totally understand somebody who has worked in the engine and who has made one of the most ambitious projects has a different workflow, and that's absolutely fine. For the longest time, I have created events using switches that activate within events that turn on, and other entities in the map are waiting for the switch to turn on. And when it turns on, the other entities can move around and interact and do their own thing. And when that happens, we have a cinematic in which multiple NPCs and entities are able to move around and be controlled. And that is very, very roundabout. The engine that I used the most recently came out with an update that allowed you to take your NPC and control other NPCs with it. And now it is so much easier to do cutscenes and to do events where there are multiple NPCs that interact and move around and have their own thing that they do. It's not the easiest to me just yet because I have to get used to that. But I want to get used to it because it's a better way of doing things. It is a faster way of doing things. It's not going to be for everybody. There are going to be people who are too used to using switches and doing things that roundabout way. And that's fine. That is, to me, that's the situation here as well. But the better way to do it is to be able to control those events from one event panel. And what I would like to do now is make this disappear. I would like to disappear the object. So let's search for it's not hide. It's not detach. So it's not object I'm looking for. Just scroll up in the chat, which I can't do for some reason. No, can't scroll. I can't scroll up in my own chat. That's okay. I need to get rid of the object after I've interacted with it. Remove entity. What are you doing over there? Self. Excellent. And now I simply need to assign a value. Yes. Perfect. I need got coffee to equal 1. That's perfectly fine. But you can't put an object on top of another object the way you want in this engine. That's all I'm trying to explain. The object placement depends on the grid size of the object. The desk has a big grid. You cannot put the cup object, which has a small grid, inside of the big grid. Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to know. That's all I needed explained to me, is just how that would work, which would have to happen in order for you to put the cup onto the table. That's fine. That is, learning how to do that would be the crux of my solution. So if the desk has the big grid, you can't put the cup object inside the big grid. That makes sense to me. So essentially the grids stack on top of each other. They can't like move within each other, basically, I guess. So I would need to remove the monitor and reduce the size of the grid in order to have the desk be flat, a flat surface desk. But then I would need to create a monitor object in its own grid that I could put on one side of the desk, and then the cup in its grid would not interfere or interact with the monitor grid, and I could maybe put it on top of the table as well, as long as the table took up 2 tiles. It's kind of what I'm thinking would be a good solution. That makes sense to me, and to me that's way easier than the other 2 solutions. I'm stubborn. I'm gonna admit that to the world now. I am a stubborn person. But to me that really makes a lot of other things make sense to me. So if that is how that works, that's awesome. Thank you. Got coffee is now going to be correct, and we're going to evaluate this condition in order to check something else a little bit later when we interact with the computer. But for now, I'm going to save, and I have got to hop off of here. So, whoa, what do I need to save? I need to save that, and I need to save that. And that's all, right? Yes. So, did my chibis even show up? Aw, they didn't show up. Why not? Aw, man. My little chibi guys didn't show up on the screen while I was streaming. I wish this stuff would work 100% every time I did it. Anyways, I'm late. Wifey's going to yell at me a little bit for being late, but I have to go. Thank you guys for dropping in. Fex, Melon, Aaron. I think Aaron's off back to his project, but I appreciate you guys' help. I need it. I do need it. I know I'm stubborn on a couple things, but like I do need the help. I'm not comfortable enough with the engine to do what I want to do without asking for help and digging into tutorials. And the tutorials that are out there are helpful, but for some reason I have not absorbed any of it. I have not at all absorbed any of it for RPG in a Box. And that's why I think the best way for me to learn is to just do, and then make my own tutorials, and then I'll remember. That's how I'm going to remember, I think. Learn it, write it down, and teach it to somebody else. That's when it'll click, is when I'm teaching somebody else. But for now, my 256 kilobytes of RAM in my prefrontal cortex of my brain just flushes it every, 5 minutes after I watch it, so... Anyways, thank you guys again. It's fine, I do exactly the same. That's how it should be, but that's not how it is with anything else. It's just certain things. RPG in a Box is one of those things for me. I don't know why. I love the engine. And the animation tool, oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. The voxel editor and the animation tool, those are things that I can do. I had to poke around and get reminded of stuff this time, but I've done animations in this tool, and they are so much fun to do. They're ridiculous. But anyways, Hagons, also thank you for dropping in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to do a stream at 9 a.m. Central Time. I hope to see you guys here. I will be needing help, but I'm going to get some things done. We're going to get this game, maybe even get this game done this week. Probably not, but you know, a guy can dream. Anyway, end of stream. Bye for now. Have a great rest of your day. Transition! I'm planning on doing more tutorials in the future, says Fex. Yes, maybe it's helpful. The real-time help absolutely will be. The tutorials, I don't know. No, they'll be helpful to somebody, for sure. And if your teaching style is the same as my learning style, maybe they will be exactly the tutorials I need to actually retain all my information. It's worth looking into. For now, my brain is challenging. I can't even figure it out. The inner workings of my mind are an enigma. Machinations, the inner machinations.